Embarkation Day. Today we are getting on the Disney Wonder here out of Vancouver, and we will be taking an 8-night cruise all through Alaska.
Yeah, super excited. We've never done Alaska before. We've only stuck to Caribbean cruises so far, so this is our first Alaskan cruise.
It's also our first time together on this class of ship, the Magic class. So the other trip that we took together was on the Disney Dream. So we're really excited to try a new ship and new restaurants, and all kinds of new experiences. So we've also never been to Canada either. So it's a lot of firsts.
Yeah. So stick around. Take a look.
Yeah, we'll be taking you along with us. We're gonna head to the port soon, and then we'll walk you through the port so you can see what Vancouver looks like. And then we will be able to board, hopefully pretty shortly after that. And then we'll just start enjoying the cruise. Thanks for joining. All right, we are here in the port, and they just started boarding. They boarded group 1 and group 2, so now we just wait until group 8, and then we'll get to get on. Here we go.
What's your family name?
Murphy.
Stacy, wanna please welcome aboard Patricia and Steve.
Stacy, wanna please welcome aboard the Richard family.
So we're finally on board. Sarah has decided she was hungry, so we stopped to get some food. I decided to get... I can't flip the camera around. It's inconvenient. Hold on a second. I got a cheeseburger with lettuce, pickle, and tomato, and chicken tenders and fries. And Sarah got a bratwurst and fries. All right, so we made it to the room, finally. Took us a little bit, took a little while for the room to get ready, all that fun stuff, but figured we'd give you a quick tour of what an inside stateroom looks like here on the Disney Wonder. So we'll start in the closet. We have a full-size closet here. On the left, you'll see all your life jackets for everybody in your party. Plenty of space to hang dresses and etc. Got a little safe there. You do have a laundry bag. This laundry bag is not complimentary, so it has to stay with the ship. If you take it off the ship, they will charge you for it. So it's just here so you can use it to go down to the laundrette, but don't take this with you unless you want to pay for it, because you'll pay for it. It's Disney. They'll make you pay for things. Okay, here we have the restroom. Turn the lights on. This is not the split restroom that Disney does in other categories and etc. Because this is an inside category room, things will be a little different. But it's your general bathroom. You got your sink, you got your toilet, you got your shower, you got mirrors.
Pretty much everything you need.
Pretty much everything you need.
Little Ariel.
Little Ariel to stare at you.
And they still have all of the really great H2O stuff, which is really exciting.
Which I don't understand. I thought they were like, I thought H2O went under.
I have no idea.
So I don't know what's going on there.
But I will say this is definitely an older style hair dryer. So enjoy. I'm sure I will end up using that at some point.
I wonder if they're going to replace that in a dry dock.
I don't know. She's got a dry dock coming up, doesn't she?
I think so.
Okay. So this is the main area. So again, we walked in through this door, and immediately to your left was the bathroom. And to your right was the closet, which is actually pretty large for an inside stateroom.
I could probably fit in there. I bet you I can. Not that side, but like. And I'm a big dude. You didn't have to pan down.
We can cut that part.
That's a little rude.
So yeah, he fits in the closet. All right, so then this is what the inside stateroom looks like. You have this couch to your left, which will actually fold out into a third bed. We won't be using that, but if you had a third person, you would. And then this is our bed, which I'm pretty sure is a queen size. And then you have the little desk area, which does have a little tuft underneath it. The mirror with the lighting, the TV. This TV does pull out and twist, but it will probably be not super easy to see from the bed. And then you have some cabinet space up here. We have a ton of drawers. And then it looks like that has two, but really is only, that top one's only one drawer, even though it has two handles. But then these are all individual sized. Yeah, and then you have a mini fridge, which opens on this side, just with a few levels to it. If you wanted to bring any of your beverages. And then again, another set of drawers. That's another hair dryer, so you don't have to use the old-fashioned one. This has some just extra cruise information for you.
These are complimentary.
The postcards, yeah, so you can take those with you if you wanted.
And then, of course, your room service menu. You can do a room service. Room service on Disney Cruise Line is complimentary. So it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So use it.
Yeah, and it's also already part of your dining plan in terms of the price of the cruise. And then we've got some Disney art on the walls. There you go. And this fabulous Disney blanket, which is really helpful when you're curling up on the couch. And then this is some of our Silver Castaway Club special merchandise that they give you as part of the ship and you're sailing. So yeah, that's it. All right, we did our muster drill and we have checked into our room. Y'all saw the room tour, and now it's sunny out here, so squinting.
We did find out in our room that the couch was broken. I sat down on the couch and it was sunken in, so we had to make a quick stop to guest services. Not my fault, by the way, not my fault. We had to make a quick stop to guest services to get that sorted out.
Yeah. So they said what they're going to do is send a maintenance team when we're at dinner. That way we're not in the room when they come in to do any of that, which will be good. And then we'll see what happens. But right now they're having the sail away party, and we did a Disney Dream cruise about a year ago in the Caribbean. And the sail away party was just a lot of people, a lot of kids, and
It's a lot.
it was a lot, yeah. So we decided instead what we were going to do was come sit on deck 4 in the Promenade. And
Promenade. Is it like lemonade or?
I don't know. I always hear it in my...
Promenade.
I always hear it in like a southern accent. Promenade.
Promenade. Yes, there you go. Going down to Promenade.
Promenade. But anyway, that's where we are. And we are just watching part of Vancouver and Canada sail by. And it's much quieter, much calmer. And we'll show you some footage of that. So if you're looking for an option instead of the big sail away party, this is what we chose to do. Just sit on the Promenade and watch us sail away.
Promenade.
Hi. Yeah, we're outside just basking in the sun.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, friends.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, guys. Hi.
Tonight's dinner is Animator's Palate, and I am super excited for this one to see what it does. Here's the menu in Animator's Palate. We'll start with cocktails, appetizers. They do have regional inspirations, which I think are going to be absolutely delicious, especially up in Alaska. Soups and salads, the bread service, and then the main course, more regional options as well. And then they also have vegetarian options and lighter note offerings. All this information is also available in the Disney Cruise Line app too. I got the calamari as an appetizer, and then Austin ordered the crab cake, which was one of the regional specialties. The other regional specialty was a salmon dish, but we skipped that because I'm also having salmon for dinner. I ordered the clam chowder as well, and I'm excited to see how this tastes.
So Sarah got the salmon. Sarah got the salmon. And I got the beef. And we both decided to go with the raspberry cobbler.
I think it's mixed berry.
Mixed berry cobbler.
I'm noticing more raspberries, which is good.
Raspberries, mixed berries, berry cobbler for dessert. Hello. It's been a long day, as you can tell by our hair.
So fuzzy.
And kind of greasy and gross, so apologize for that.
We were talking at dinner about how you think that the first day on is going to be the start of a really relaxing vacation, and most of the day you're just trying to figure out where things are, and everyone else is too. And like this morning we checked our luggage at the baggage check at the port, which was super helpful. It means that they bring it right to your room and it's sitting right outside, usually within a couple hours after you can get into the room. But a lot of people didn't, so half the day people are dragging around luggage and going everywhere, and it was just it was exhausting, but good.
Well, and on top of that, you have the meeting new people and learning the ship. If you haven't, if you've never been on the ship, you have to learn the ship. And even if you have been on the ship, you have to kind of go, oh, wait, where is that? And then you got to meet your room steward, and you got to meet your waiter, and you got to meet the head waiter, and you got to meet the assistant waiter, and you got to do your muster drill, and you got to do, it's just all this stuff that you have to do your first day. So one of the things that we always talk about and recommend to people is, like, if you've never sailed before, take a cruise that is longer than, I would say, 4 days.
Yeah.
I think 4 days is like the bare minimum for you to be able to get, like,
an idea of just how the ship operates.
Yeah, like,
and where things are.
Just relax, really.
Right.
Anything shorter than 4 days, you see people who's like, oh, I took a 2-day cruise. It's like, you left, you came back. There's not even enough time to meet anybody, to learn the ship, any of that stuff. Whereas 4 days gives you enough time to at least take a breath and get to know it. So now, thankfully, this is an 8-night cruise. So we have plenty of time.
Lots of relaxation time planned.
Yeah, plenty of time to catch up. But the first day is always a little frantic. So don't feel bad if it's frantic. Just kind of relax, take a nap, have a drink by the pool, and you'll get there.
Yeah. You want to talk about dinner?
Sure. How was dinner?
I think both of our appetizers were great. We both loved the calamari and the crab cake. I had the clam chowder. That was also really good. I was actually surprised by the amount of clam that was in the chowder. I think most of the clam chowder I have had is like
More
Progresso brand. And
not that there's anything wrong with Progresso.
but
Progresso, if you'd like to sponsor this video, please reach out to us.
But there was a lot of clam in it, and that was really surprising and really good.
My crab cake was amazing. Absolutely delicious. Perfect amount of crab, perfect amount of cake. It was very good.
The salmon was also really good. The potatoes were just kind of neutral potatoes, but the asparagus was cooked really well, and I appreciated that because I love asparagus.
My beef.
You had the strip
I had the
loin,
strip loin. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. Let's go this way. The tag, she'll take care of that. I had the strip loin, and it was okay. It was okay. It was a good cut of meat, but it was just.
Do you think it needed like a different sauce or something, or did you just feel like it wasn't?
Just some more seasoning, and it was kind of tough. It was kind of like biting into something tough.
Yeah, but we both had the berry cobbler for dessert, and that was fabulous. I think it was raspberry and
it's like raspberry and strawberry just mushed together. It was like deconstructed.
Yeah, it was almost like a compote. And then they had, like if you've ever gotten a milkshake that had cobbler pieces in it, it was like sprinkled cobbler pieces on top.
Very good.
And a really good vanilla ice cream, which was great. And it was just the right size, which was very nice.
Yeah. Overall, it was a good day. We just had a couple of hiccups. So.
Yeah.
But hey, that's going to happen on any cruise. It will happen on any cruise. Any cruise line. Any cruise ship. Tomorrow we have a sea day.
Day
which
2.
We're excited about.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yeah. The big thing to keep in mind with sea days is just that no one gets off. So the ship is a bit more crowded than it is on port days. But I think we're gonna watch a movie and maybe do... I don't know. Maybe there was like
Don't tell them. They have to watch the next video. Night, guys.
You'll have to see. Bye.
Bye.